We are about to live in an age where we don't know what's real anymore. And it's starting to take effect already with the improvements of AI. But just in general, like before AI was heavily developed, at least AI video, very difficult to figure out what's the truth and what's not. And it's only going to get worse from here. The other day, I watched a video that was an AI video of a guy saving a wolf from an ice lake. I watched the whole thing, like, oh my gosh, that's so sweet. And I go look at the page, and it's all AI. All of it's AI. It looked completely real, which is insane. Um, so yeah, it's a scary thing to think about because, you know, you're now going to see videos on social media, on YouTube, everywhere, which is kind of where people get their news now. And people are going to take it as truth, even if it's not, which is a scary thing. In the past, it's been harder to manipulate people and to manipulate the truth and create lies. It's still possible, but now that we have such realistic video creation that's so easy and hyper realistic, it's going to be extremely bad for society. Recently, the best conclusion I've come to is to really only believe the things I've seen and heard with my own eyes and not on my phone. Obviously, you know, you can see and hear with your own eyes on your phone, but I'm saying like in real life. And that honestly seems to be working out so far. It's hard to not believe a lot of stuff we see online, but just know that there are probably people behind the scenes manipulating the news and content we see. And there's nothing we can really do about it except just believe, only believe the things that we see and experience in our actual lives. It's a whole new way of brainwashing, and it's slowly just killing and numbing my generation and pretty much everybody's minds. It's been proven, scientific studies have been done about what happens to your brain when you scroll on social media, and it heavily deteriorates your attention span. I mean, you can see that in younger children. It's insane, you know, the attention span and the rate of trends and content is just so much quicker now, and it's getting harder and harder for people to learn, hold their attention on something without giving up or getting distracted. It's pretty much like artificial ADHD, which is pretty crazy. Crazy to think about. That's why I know I'm probably not going to allow my children to have devices, or at least social media, because I think the most pure human experience is to just experience the world we have. Some of my, pretty much all of my best experiences have been without a device. Straight up. When I was a kid, when I'm out hiking, when I'm out camping in nature, I'm not worried about everything that's going on in society. I'm not worried about crap on my phone. I'm just there experiencing it all, and it's perfect. Wouldn't have it any other way. But like back to the original topic. The internet is so vast, and there's so many differing opinions and sides of stories. There's so many different angles to how things can viewed. Things can be There's so many different angles about how things can be viewed. And so if you type in or you believe Trump is evil and racist, or you type and ask the question, is he evil and racist? You will get answers reinforcing that. But if you type in, is Trump great, or is Trump a nice guy, then you'll get answers reinforcing that. It's less about what's right and wrong and more about what will keep you there, distracted forever. Because when your mind is on the app, when your mind is distracted, it's easier to feed you advertisement information, and that's how they make their money. They don't really care about what's right or wrong. And I think it's just all slowly turning into that. Nobody cares about what's right or wrong anymore. It's just all about how they feel. Well, I feel this is right, and so it must be right. And then that sends you down the rabbit hole of, well, that's how a lot of women make logic. That's how a lot of women make logic. And a lot of men now have similar logic like that. And I believe that that is because the food in our food system is designed to estrogenate men. All of the things we're putting in our bodies increase men's estrogen and lowers testosterone, which cause men to start acting like women. A lot of men lash out and have a lot more feelings. They're less likely to think logically, which is destroying our society. Because instead of thinking logically and straightforward, they allow their emotions to envelop and control them, which in turn allows others / society, whoever, to control them. So in short, if someone is unaware of someone else's influence on their emotions, then they are much easier to control. And when you have control over someone's emotions, you have control over them. And it is encouraged in our society to be more emotional, to be more feminine, which makes you more controllable. So, my advice and what I've been doing is you need to be conscious about how the world controls you. How does this influence me? What emotions do I feel from this? You need to take a step back and act as an observer of the world instead of an active participant. Literally dissociate. That's literally, yes. A lot of people say dissociation is bad. To a certain extent, yes. But it is good in a way that you can take a step back from the world and not allow it to affect you, which is very important, especially in today's age, because Eventually, you will be put into a box. If we're already not there, you are going to be put into a box and you will not be able to get out. Oh, I feel like I'm going on a tangent. You need to wake up and just look around at how the world affects you, and then you'll be okay. You will realize that a lot of the external factors of the world play a lot larger of a role than you thought, and that you have a choice whether you want to react to that or not. And with that, I have to go look at the NASDAQ 100. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I don't really do stuff like this normally, but I kind of want to start doing a little bit like this. I think it's fun. I get to kind of put my thoughts out there. So if you enjoyed, I guess like, comment, subscribe. I'm going to try and do more stuff like this. Bye.